Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. So, what we're looking at right now is the Salem Witch once again, the boss battle, or one of the two boss battles, in honor of Halloween, given to us by Wargaming in World of Warships. And if you're unfamiliar with it, basically it is in fact a boss battle. You see a tier 4 ship right there, but if you look at the matchmaking, you'll notice that the enemy has 6 more ships than our team did. That's because the Salem Witch is actually a tier 10 Des Moines, but slightly modified to not make it entirely overpowered, just really, really good. But it's definitely slower than, what would you say, the tier 10 Des Moines. But you can see here, once you get someone within range, it's easy to just start shelling them. You've got really, really good range. I think with upgraded or whatever, the Salem Witch could fire like 18 kilometers, somewhere around there. But for those of you who have not seen this, I wanted to make some videos because there's certain people, like YouTubers, streamers, staff, and some developers that are running around in the Salem Witch or in the Phantom Fortress, and the Phantom Fortress I think is a midway carrier, but it's not as overpowered or as strong as I would say the Salem Witch is. But this has been going on from October 20th and will continue on through November 2nd. So it is definitely, it's definitely rare to get in a game with these, but when you do, I think it's a pretty unique treat. And basically, so one team has this really, really strong boss ship, and the other team has more numbers, and it's kind of like, you know, what happens exactly. Like, if the enemy kills me, then you get a reward, the whole team does. And it's called the Box of Goodies, a bunch of signal flags. You get 10 equal speed Charlie Londons, 10 Zulus, 10 Hotel Yankees, and 10 India Bravo Terra 3s. So you get lots of flags that'll it's kind of like a fun little bonus. But the fact that Wargaming put this event into the game is what I'm a big fan of. Wargaming's always done stuff for like holidays, and I know April Fool's is personally my favorite holiday, especially for gaming, because in the past you've seen games like War Thunder put really, really cool stuff in, like Gaijila, the Pony Air Force, the ST-1s, stuff like that. And now it's kind of cool to see like a special RPG-esque type event. I mean, kind of, right? You got like one super-powered ship here, being the Salem Witch. I don't think that the Haunted, or the Phantom Fortress, which is based off the Hornet aircraft carrier, which we're gonna talk about in a little bit as another real-life event that Wargaming has done. It's kind of cool. When I first started YouTubing, Wargaming didn't really have like that much of a presence in North America, as far as like interacting with YouTubers, or even not, you know, like hosting an event like the Haunted Hornet, which basically the last couple nights, if you check the Twitter feed, it was kind of interesting. I was invited out to it, but I couldn't make it out to California again. You know, I gotta make videos for you guys, so all these little trips to California, man, really add up. Like, my sleep schedule's totally boned, but it's a cool opportunity nonetheless. But basically what they did was, there's the Hornet aircraft carrier, and I believe it's in Los Angeles or around there. And supposedly the ship is haunted. Like, so what they did was they had this, like, they invited it up to the public, where you could basically just come and tour the ship, and it was staffed by like Wargaming people, and Sean was there, the guy that basically the staffer at Wargaming, or that has the beard and wears the hat that looks just like the guy in the cartoon, which that guy's hilarious, by the way. But yeah, the USS Hornet an Essex-class carrier. And, let's see. Yeah, here we go. If you go on the Wikipedia page, the folklore. Hornet is said to be one of the most haunted ships in the American Navy, with numerous reports of supernatural events occurring on board. Hornet was the subject of the television paranormal-related program, MTV's Fear. Ghost Hunters, Beyond Investigation Magazine, Scariest Places on Earth, Ghost Adventures Season 4, Episode 8, Ghost Adventures Aftershock. Yeah, so basically, it's supposedly a very, very haunted ship. It had a very, very distinguished service record, basically from World War II all the way to basically the Vietnam era, the space race. It was involved in that. Like, it's a very historic ship, the U.S. Hornet is, and it's based off an Essex-class carrier. But you know what? All around, it's kind of cool that they did that. I would have loved to go to that. But here's another thing. Like right there, you just saw battleships. These tier 4 and 5 battleships are pretty good at dealing with the Salem Witch, because you can definitely hit the citadels, and that's what happened there. Like I went from a few really good AP salvos, I went down really. It got bad. It got pretty bad. It got pretty dicey. And when the enemy has 6 more ships than you, and you're stuck with 2 carriers and only 1 destroyer later in the game, you're gonna have a problem. But yeah, so what do you guys think of these boss battles? Are you a fan? I personally am a big fan of the boss battles. And just random events. I was thinking, like, what would be cool ones, right? Like, what if you had, like, the Kraken? And I'm not sure how they would do that. Like, would it be a ship named the Kraken? Would it be an actual, like, giant squid? Like, how would you do that? Because, you know, there's no submarine mechanics in the game right now, so maybe it would be a ship that could appear and then disappear and reappear elsewhere, kind of like as if it was submerging and popping up. Oof. So, yeah, things are getting a little dicey for my team. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them versus 3 of us. One of which is a carrier, so it's more of a supporting role here. But yeah, how many of you have fought the boss battle? Either the Phantom Fortress or the Salem Witch? Do you have any really cool stories, like how many kills they got or anything like that? Because, I mean, in theory, this thing could kill all of the enemy ships, which would be kind of crazy if that did happen. I think if I had gotten to play it more, I could probably get up, you know, some pretty high amounts of kills. But yeah, so there's number 4 right there. So you can see the power of a fully operational Salem Witch. Yeah, so the USS Hornet, there's some special, if you look on the World of Warships blog area, where you get a little cap and goldfish, a special cap and goldfish adventure. There's a video on it, spooky ship. Apparently over 1,000 people RSVP'd to the event. But look at that, 4 shots right here. Trying to snipe a Clemson. All you need is 1, man. And that guy's dead. Look at me. Look at me in this cute little Clemson. There we go. There it is. Now we've got what? South Carolina closing in. St. Louis in the distance. Things are getting dicey here. But yeah, so I like the Kraken idea. I think it'd be kind of cool. Maybe, actually, here'd be an interesting way to do it. So what you do is you have a ship, and maybe it kind of like fires like, what would kind of be the tentacle-esque? I'm thinking torpedoes, honestly. Like, yeah. So it, like the destroyer smokescreen, it pops up on the map somewhere, like close to enemy ships, and then out of that smoke, it spawns in the Kraken ship. And then right before it's about to disappear or submerge, like a destroy or a smoke screen drops again to kind of cover that, and then it just kind of teleports, right? And then it'll pop up later, but it uses the kind of destroyer smoke screen mechanic, which I think would be pretty cool. And as far as like what weapons, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, should it be like short-range torpedoes, or because it's gotta have like some kind of mechanic where like you beach the ship, right? Like if you beach the ship, oh, that's what happened. The secondaries went off. So maybe if you hit them, like it has a beaching mechanic, and you can't move till the thing would, you know, till it teleports or you kill it, and then you maybe I don't know. That'd be kind of cool because, you know, think about it. The tentacles like grab the ships and then tries to like eat them, you know, eat the ships. So maybe that'd be a cool way to do it. I don't know. Or a ship with like lots of secondaries, so it just gets in close and maybe a lot of indirect fire. But I don't know. Those are just some ideas just off the top of my head. Another thing I think would be cool is if like there's like Finding Nemo, or like or not Finding Nemo. Wow, the Nautilus, Captain Nemo. That's what I meant to say. Not at all Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo. Hey, why not? Endoro. But maybe the Nautilus would be pretty cool. But yeah, at 8 kills. At 8 kills here. And then finally, the enemy torpedoes, man. That carrier captain came in and saved the day. So we'll cut it here. Ladies and gentlemen, that was just some ideas on future boss battles, because when I was over there at Wargaming, they definitely talked about how they wanted to do more boss battle type stuff, and they've talked about it. And obviously they're doing it here, they're testing it out. So let me know what you thought of the event, if you got to participate in it, or at least from viewing my 3 videos, this being the 3rd one. I showed the Phantom Fortress and the Salem Witch. What you guys thought of it? And what kind of boss battles you'd like to see in the future. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Baron. Thank y'all so much for watching. This was a Salem Witch boss battle in honor of Halloween. I cannot wait for the holiday season to see what else happens with regards to like Christmas, and then later in April, on April Fool's, which I think is the best day in video gaming. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.